Okay, let's see. Still setting this up here. Edit. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in. I'll start with this and we'll see what we got. Going through, just working on a little bit of Hydra still. I'm on my second Hydra task here. Still working on trying to get the Lance. It's been a bit of a grind, but we'll see what we get. Figured I'd switch over to YouTube. I know I use it a lot more for everything else. I'm not really ever on Twitch. I was doing a stream there before, so I figured I'd switch it up a little bit and just kind of see how it is. For now, I can go ahead and check. I should be able to just hit bang task. No, it's not working for me. Oh, there we go. 91 out of 126, so we got 35 left. So this will be my next chance to try and get the coveted Dragon Hunter Lance drop. I've already done a little over 200. I had a task for 130 some and finished that one lanceless. I was using mostly the Nature's Reprisal for that, and that was kind of a mistake, admittedly. It's fast for it, but not nearly as fast as it is with the whip. It just feels a little smoother with the whip, just because I'm used to doing melee in the main game. And since I went melee with magic as my secondary, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do range, although I did do a couple kills range when I was there. Got my drinks ready to go, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let's see, I'm still just short on agility. Got 83. Believe that shortcut's 84. So I'm not the most advanced in the RuneScape community for sure. Probably about mid-level, I would say, as far as like actual skill and things, but I've got a lot of hours in it, if nothing else. I'm just gonna try and finish this drink before I go in there. Give me 1 minute. Let me check my settings here. I'm getting something about my stream output. Video bitrate. We recommend 6800. Okay, I'll try it out and see how it is. 1247.22. Let me look at this again. Output 6800. Audio bitrate 160. No custom encoder settings. Okay, well, I mean, I gave it a try. I'm not the most tech savvy when it comes to the streaming platform, so I'm gonna do my best to just kind of leave it alone for now. Hopefully, it's at least looking decent on the preview. The preview looks fine on this side, but I haven't hopped over to YouTube to really give it a shot. I'm gonna turn the music up just a little bit. Stream status showing good. So, all right. With that said, I'll get started in this. And maybe 2/3 or halfway through or something, I may turn on some Spotify. I've got a couple playlists of royalty-free things that I'll occasionally kind of switch between. Come on over, Hydra. Well, it's not going to be a record first kill, but it's at least a decent speed. Let's see. It looks like there's some streaming issues with it, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure Twitch was any better with it, but I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see. Let's run it over to the other side right now. Swap the prayers. At least I haven't messed up too bad this time. A lot of times I will miss some of my prayers during the kill, which is embarrassing considering main game I've gotten upwards of 800 kills on this thing, and even in leagues I've gotten several hundred up to this point. See, it goes very, very quickly with the whip, even though it's the wrong combat style. Okay, we're clear. Battle axe. Eee. It looked like it for a second. Just enough time to pick everything up and then turn my prayers back off. Not quite what we wanted, but it'll have to do. Just gonna go ahead and get those noted right away. We'll run it over to the other side. So far so good. Just a few small mistakes, but nothing major so far. Not today, at least. I have made a few major errors here, but luckily after the point where I unlock Last Stand. I had been doing this before it, but luckily no mistakes up to that point. And the big one was getting the Dragon Bone necklace. That one knocked it over the point threshold for it. I'm trying to close the stream comments on my browser, and I'm not having too much luck with it. I believe this was a switch, so it should be okay here. Yep. 2, 3. We'll run back. It's been a pretty comfortable run so far. Gotten most of my skills to a decent level. Some of them all the way finished out, but it's gonna take some time. I'm not the most efficient, and some of the skills I did go with kind of a different path. It took me a while to get prayer done, just having not gone Golden God. But when I am making up, when I lack in picking the right relics, I'm making up for in just kind of brute forcing some of this stuff, like spending a bunch of time doing different skills. And I mean, Banker's Note and production gets me a long way for for some of these skills too. And now we'll run Lucky Ghosts. I've gotten 3 other experience milestones since hitting the 99s in the combats. Up to 50 mil on hit points, 50 mil on defense and strength also. Mostly from this boss, to be honest. Spent enough time here to really kind of get things settled with it. And I'm not doing so well with the fires. I'm genuinely not used to having to deal with that mechanic at all. Most of the time when I go through this fight, I can do the flame skip and it's no issue. In leagues, there's no flame skip. I've tried it a few times and no luck. I don't know if they changed the timing on it or something, but yeah, no such luck in leagues. Ton of times in the main game, just no such luck here. We'll pick up all these things. Dwarf weeds are not going to be very useful for me because I'm not probably not going to really be getting any Wines of Zamorak, but that's okay. It's still decent experience if I want to just clean all of them if I run out of other herbs to take care of. Let's pull them over here now. Wow. Fast phase 1. Too fast. Because now I've got to deal with this one. Which, in this, is not fun. Not a huge fan of blue phase in general. But lightning's been giving me a little bit of trouble here. Mainly just because I don't want to run him off the other lure areas. Otherwise, can't complain. Been having decent luck with it. As much as you can have in this. I'm really just missing that one thing, and we'll see when that happens. There we go. Now just a little run to the side. And we'll finish him up here. 2 more attacks, I think. Nice. It's going to be the same thing over and over and over until either the task ends or I get a lance. But even then, I'm sure I'm just going to stay and finish the task with it. So, it's more just this last 30 kills. Because I know it's going to go fast with a lance, because that's how I do this normally. This main game, the lance is very inexpensive compared to a lot of other things, so might as well use it, especially when it's got the bonus and it's stab. There's really not a lot of stab weapons that I use in the main game that I could get here, other than that lance. Because main game, if you want to use a stab, use a fang. And it's not happening without desert. So we're grooving with Hydra music for now. May put on the just kind of loose royalty-free music in a little bit, but we'll see. This is going fine so far. The music here is pretty good. There are definitely some areas that I wouldn't want to listen to the music. Mainly the tithe farm. If I do tithe farm, I never want to hear that music again in my life. It's fine. It's just, it's very easy for that music to get on your nerves. There we go. We'll run it. I'll deal with the poison after. It's not going to be a big deal for this. Especially with passive healing, no issues. What do we got? No such luck. Ranner weeds are decent. Could always use a couple more prayer pots. And I believe I've got enough snape grass for a lot of other things. Not quite sure why I'm holding on to the bones. I don't see myself going back to do do milestones in prayer, but you never know. I mean, even if I do want to go back and do like a 25 million or even a 50 million, it's a couple of hours at most. Prayer is very, very fast, especially with those Hydra bones. When I was doing it before, just to finish out, I think I was around 18 and a half or close to 19 million experience an hour. So it goes very, very fast. And I only had to do half a level there, or not half a level, half of 99. So, I don't know. I think overall, probably not too bad, especially like normally it'll stop. It'll interrupt anytime you get a level up. So without that, it'll go probably even faster. There we go. There, as long as I click before the flames start, we're good. But yeah, it's just that slightly frustrating that the flame skip hasn't worked for me. Oops. And just enough time for me to move. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if there's something that's gotten changed with the mechanics for leagues, but it definitely feels like things are either a little faster or just like rotating differently for this specific thing. And good thing I picked up the sharks, because taking a few unnecessary hits here. Yeah, the only kind of annoying thing about the regions I picked is that the armor is not gonna be super good. Right now, my highest defensive armor is gonna be this armadillo plate body that I got from a clue scroll, which for having clue compass, definitely not as many clue scrolls as I could do. There's a lot of potential there with it, and I've picked up a lot from now doing some wood cutting, some mining, and then just a very little bit of fishing, but also just from a couple Slayer tasks. That'll help a lot with the more advanced clue scrolls. Maybe that'll be one of the other streams, getting a stack of clue scrolls to open up. I know there's at least some tasks for it, so they're worth doing, but we'll see. I get annoyed too easily with the equipment-based ones, where you've got to put on a certain set of armor and do an emote or whatever. But I know they'd be easy. It's just a matter of what I need to get out of them. Here I've got an item I'm going for. The other thing I need to do is back at Perilous Moons, or Moons Apparel. I've got to do those to try and get the armor there, because I think the melee strength bonus is a little bit better. But aside from that, the only real upgrade I've got left, well, and that Blood Moon set from Moon's Apparel, that's more for the set bonus anyway, just to have a different set of armor and just try it out. But aside from that, the only real upgrade I need left before I work on anything else would be the face guard. I've got to get the basilisk jaw. Wasn't so lucky on my other task I had there, so that'll be on my to-do list. Just hoping to get the lands taken care of before I go out that way. I'm gonna end up picking up that shark that's on the ground. Took a big 42 hit. Even though I know I have last stand available, I just would rather not use it if I can avoid it. Quorum, it's not great, but we'll take it. We'll pick all of these things up and get out of the way for the next kill. Okay. I'll hold off on the other shark just in case I get a good heal. The passive healing's decent, but feels very inconsistent. Let's use one of these. Might as well. I got 2 of them in the inventory, and I know I've got a lot of super combats in my bank, so no reason to be stingy about them, especially during leagues. I'm not going to end up using them all up anyway. There's a lot of most of the items. Let's do one more hit and then run. Yeah, okay. I think it's one more than a swap. It was, ooh, 1 tile short. Okay. Not so lucky that time, but hopefully it'll balance out. May get lucky on a different roll somewhere else. More prayer. Oh, okay. Should be, yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, and we'll run it around the side. There we go. 16 mil in Slayer already. Goes fast with this one. Hydra gives a ton of Slayer experience in this mode, so getting a little of everything from this. I'm catching up my attack experience with the other 2. Hopefully if I can get the lance, and I'll probably use that for a lot of this. It's a more fun weapon too. It just looks a little silly. Alright. We got 26 left. It's looking smooth. Other than that missed prayer swap. But that's why I picked up a shark. Because it's bound to happen. Anytime I'm doing something like this, trying to keep things entertaining and just not paying quite as much attention as I would otherwise. I'm sure there'll be some times where I lose the commentary and just focus up, but I might as well, if I've got the stream open, keep things relatively lively. No sense watching something where it's just the same way anyone else would play the game, you know? Gotta mix it up a little bit. Alright, Hydra, let's see what you got. There we go. Hey, at least that time, no damage. I'll occasionally get a clean kill in there just as a reminder that I know how to play. Stabs, no good. Okay. Don't really need the alks at this point. There's not a ton of stuff that I'm really using money for, and that's what I figured would happen with Golden God, is knowing that you're playing an Iron Man account with no Grand Exchange. There's really no use of having a lot of gold other than construction, which, yes, it helps to have it, but there's really not too much that I need from it. One that's still in there is Portal Nexus, but the problem with that then also is I think you need like 100 or 1,000 casts of the spell that you want to put on the Portal Nexus, and part of the issue with that is that I can't make law runes with the regions I've got, so it makes it a little tough to stockpile all those. I got some, but not like thousands of spare law runes for anything. I believe this is mage, if not, oh, well, we got lucky. Otherwise it would have been last stand, which is fine. There's no sense really just holding on to it without using it, but if I don't need it, I'm probably gonna avoid it. Okay, Hydra's Eye. That is a lot of Hydra's Eyes that I've gotten. And I'm gonna elk this one just like the other ones. I've already got a Brimstone Ring, so no sense really holding on to the other ones. I can make more Brimstone Rings, but if I'm not getting experience from it and I already have one in the bank, it's better to just save the inventory space, take a few thousand gold. The Onyx Bolts are kind of nice. A very high range strength bonus. But also, in case I ever need to use range, it does have that little bit of healing on it too. Okay, am I going to get around this one? Yes. That was weird. It took a few seconds to get there. Okay. Let's move some of this stuff around while I'm messing with the inventory already. I think that's supposed to be a swap. It was. Okay. Feels good when I get them right. Feels terrible when you get it wrong and you just take damage for no reason. That's a swap. We'll see if he makes it there. He made it there. Will he make it to the fire though? He made it to the fire. Aye, aye, aye. I'll let him get away with it. Here we go. We'll run over here. And we've already swapped, so we're good to go. 2, 3. Yeah, I think the timings are slightly different on some of this stuff. I know main game you wouldn't normally wouldn't be able to do that, is run from the poison while it's in that last phase. I think normally you have to run or you get stuck. So they may have sped things up with the fire just a little bit. And let's elk this. Yeah. More Hydra Bones. More of this. More Prayer Swap. More Super Combat. It's 23 left. So all in all, smooth so far. We'll see if I get a heal here. I am kind of due. Been staying relatively low health for a lot of these kills. Halfway to the 50 mil point on attack now also, which is pretty big. And we avoided that phase entirely. Ouch. Yeah, biggest problem with this during leagues is just that a lot of times there's some canceling on the animations to go in between phases or things like that, especially with the swaps. So a little different from the main game, but otherwise pretty much the same. Yep, we're good here. See, yeah, that's what I'm used to, is still being fire on the ground when you have to dodge that. Normally, yeah, that makes it a little tough because then I normally just end up trapping myself in there. And let's put prayers on. What do you say? Try not to take as much damage. I think this is ranged. It is. Now we're mage. Already weakened, so I'll run over. Out of prayer pots here. There you go. Normally I've gotten a few super restores as a drop by this point, but not so lucky this time. A little luckier on health because I've gotten a lot of sharks. But if it's not one thing, it's another. $22 left. I'm gonna run it now. Just knowing this lightning's coming. What are you gonna do? Let's see if we get a heal that kind of neutralize it. That was a small heal. Let's see if we get another one before it comes up. Yeah, the whip is just it's so fast that it doesn't really matter what the other weapon was. 1, 2, 3. And we're done. What do we got? Battle staves are a new drop for me. I got too much stuff in my inventory. I didn't alch the helmet from the last one, so I'll hold on for a little bit. Oh my goodness, what am I doing here? This is such a disaster. All just because I'm trying to pick up some bones off the ground. It's not weakened, is it? I actually don't know. Yeah, okay, it wasn't. My prayer's not even on right. There. Ay ay ay. What a mess. What a mess. This will be fine. I just need to kind of get my bearings. Oh, I'm out of prayer pots. Well, hopefully I'll get a super restore in here. Otherwise, I'll have to take another trip to the bank and come back for a little bit more. Yep, we'll run it. We'll go here. Up here. Good to go. Very good timing for that. Prayer pot. We'll use the specs, why not? It's just a slightly larger hit if I do use those specs. Doesn't change much about the fight, but might as well. I've got the special bar, but otherwise not really using it much. Would have been a fast kill if it weren't for the few blunders at the beginning. I knew I'd get super restores. I knew it. I'll take these and alch for a little. Just while he's standing here. Ugh, some of this stuff is just too slow. Okay. Grab the bones. We'll note the bones. 2 super restores and we'll run off. Is it weakened? I don't remember now. Come on. One more tile. There we go. It was not. Okay. Yeah, it's a slow kill, but we'll get through it. I'll use the other shark. Get myself a free inventory slot. Move some things around just a little. Stats are okay for now. Usually trying to wait till I'm getting +8 from it. Yeah, one more than a switch. Oh well. So far, so good. Another swap. One more tech, and then change prayers. Yep. Not too bad. Yeah, okay. Still standing in somewhat the right spot. A little slow on that one, but could have been worse. We didn't get hit by it at least. He is ranged right now, so. And now he's mage. then ranged. Then he's mage again. And then he's poison. Then he's ranged again. And now we're on to the next one. We're on to the next one, I said. With some Hydra Bones. Yeah, yeah, I'm a little slow at the alking, but we're getting the stuff picked up. Bones going away for now. Too early on the swap. And now I can alk the skirt. Note the other bones. And we're ready. Let's keep going. I've got +8, so I'll go ahead and use another super combat. Let's run him now. I think one more hit is probably going to knock him over. 2 more hits. I was close. See that kind of thing? He switches and can't really see it just because it's in between where the animation would go and where the phase changes. So not great, but at least I don't have to worry too much about the health or damage here, just because it's going so quick, and with all the passive healing and even just having the extra inventory available with Banker's Note, we're good to go. Bolts, Dragon Bones, Hydra Bones. Let's grab the other Super Restore and head over. There's that. We'll run him across. We got 18 left. It's doing okay, but could be better, could be worse. We got spec bar again. Let's use them up. 1, 2. Health's back up to full. Thought I hit control on accident. It was just I was clicking one tile at a time. Weird. A lot of big hits here. Here comes poison. And I did get poisoned. Okay. Oh, come on. Been having this issue with Banker's Note. Is trying to use something on Banker's Note is not as easy as it should be sometimes. There's sometimes where I don't know if it's an input thing or just an item thing where occasionally I'll click on it and then I'll still have that item selected and not be able to do whatever else I was going to do. Let's lure and then beat him up. I don't know if that's a swap. I think it's supposed to be a swap. It was, yeah. No indication. I believe there is one in the main game. is if you get a swap, it should still, I think the heads still go back to tell you that it was supposed to be a swap. Got at least one or two more. One, two more. Then we swap. Might be right here. Right there. It's close. Going very quickly on the last phase every time, just because I don't have to wait for the weakening. Put these two together. Rune Battle Axe is kind of a weird one. Haven't seen that drop very often at all. It's just kind of frustrating. The rare drops and not the unique drop that I'm looking for. Because we're at close to 250. I'm a little over drop rate now. Drop rate should be 1 in 200 with the bonus from leagues. So a little unlucky. Same thing with basilisks. That one should also be around 200 or 250. And that one I'm past the same point. 250 is a little high. This one should be 200. Around 200, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So just kind of waiting for that to come through. That's an awful spot to be in. That's even worse. I didn't even have a chance. Oh well. Yeah. That's okay. We should heal up a little bit just from the attacks. That went smooth for the last part of it, at least. What do we got? Dragon Med Helm. Not a huge fan of it. There we go. No big damage off the start. That helps a lot with trying to heal, but early prayer switch does not help. Not doing myself any favors with that. I'll go ahead and take the super combat now. Just cause. Try and keep that topped up. Should be any moment now that we get another big heal. Pretty consistent damage to heal off of, but doesn't seem like we're rolling good today. How about with 2 specs? Does that change anything? No. Okay. Got the phase change. Nice. A lot of ghosts helping me out on that one. That's just unlucky. Sometimes these click boxes for these are kind of annoying. What are you gonna do? Blood Rune Dehide Body. We'll see. We may end up using a last stand and then get all my health back. One more and then a swap, I believe. No, 2 more. I was wrong. Now we swap. Doing okay. Swap. Yeah, definitely not trusting the passive healing in this. Doesn't seem like it wants to get me past half most of the time. See, that, I think that's a lag issue. Because I know I clicked it and I saw it turn over, but it just took a little while to get there. One, two, three, and we run. Poison again, unfortunately. There we go. Definitely could be worse. More elks, not ideal. Because that is a little bit of time waste that I'm gonna do right here. There we go. And he is using ranged. So let's pray appropriately. Are we gonna get the weaken? Yeah, that took a while. Okay, good. Good. We'll run him south. Oh, no, this is north. This side of the room at least. And we'll hope for another heal. Quick weaken, and then how about a heal? Nothing. Not a lot of luck with that today. Okay, we'll run it across. There we go. That one was smoother. Either way, we're getting out of this damage. One more and a swap. Yeah, he did get the attack off, so I'll have to swap again. We did get a heal in there, so that's a good sign. Not making too much difference for the moment, but it's good to not have to need some food. I'm sure I'll get another super restore right here. And I did, wow. This is arranged. Come on over. We'll run him down this way. Stats are still okay. I'll adjust in my chair just a little bit. I thought that was going to count as a late one. I am going to change my stream settings. I think the bitrate thing is causing it to cut out a little bit, so I'll see if I can change that back. I'm sure it's much lower quality for streaming, but not super fast internet over here, so I might as well try and do myself a couple favors with this. Let's try that. I don't know if it was a swap or not. I wasn't looking. Good. I was a little early on it. Okay. We got him. Okay, what do we get? We got 11 kills left. Supplies. Okay. I'm gonna take none of these for now. Just the Hydra bones are all I need. Good to have them on the floor in case we need them, but don't need too many supplies here, so we'll hold off. I'll go ahead and get a 4-dose super restore. Just save myself that little bit of inventory space if I can. Note the bones. Let's see what we got. Try and go around this while we switch the prayer. Not bad at all. Nice low stakes bossing here. Don't see myself dying with it, but even if I do, I've got the last stand if I need it. Very nice, and we were on a swap anyway. Dragon bones, not great, but we'll take it. Looks like more supplies in here, so I'll grab another super restore. Yeah, it was another shark drop. It's probably the least useful out of all of them. Really haven't used any food with the healing here and everything. It's nice for main game, because you do take a little bit of damage. Super restores are too, but yeah, nothing too great. At least here, I can stack up the bones. Regular game, that's the biggest frustration out of this, is just having to see the big stack of Hydra bones that get left on the ground just because it's not the most important drop from it, and just because of inventory space. It's a little silly to use Bone Crusher here when, well, especially if you've already got 99 prayer in a regular game. There's nothing you're really looking out for too much. Oh. Okay, poisoned myself. Took a big hit in the beginning, but we got through the kill. Use this, use this. I'll just go ahead and finish this one. I'll eat a shark while I'm down here. Dragon bones. We'll take another shark. It sounded like ranged. Hydra bones. Hydra bones. We'll eat them. And then we'll take a super restore for later. Now I gotta pre-mage. Wait for the weaken. Good. And run off. 9 left. I'm gonna change this again. We'll go just slightly lower on the stream output. We'll go 2000. Late on the swap. Unfortunately, messed with my settings too much. But it should hopefully keep it from disconnecting. Sometimes I know that high bit rate's a little much. I'm sure it does make things better on the user side, but on the internet side it's a bit of a strain. So, the last bit of this stream is just finishing up the task. We got 9 left, so I'm just gonna try and finish it out. Hopefully these last few kills will get something good. Something in the goodie bag. But we will find out. I think that was a swap anyway. It was. Lucky me. Lucky me. Low hits. That's one. There's another good one. Where are my ghosts at? I need my ghosties here. There we go. Okay. Coins. Not great. A lot of sharks this time around. Speaking of, let's eat a shark. And I can't eat a shark because my banker's note didn't go off before. There, well, we got the weekend anyway. So I'll run it down here. Kind of a mess today. And now I don't need the shark, now that I picked it up. Let's eat it anyway. I think that was supposed to be a swap too. Nope. I had one more still. That's okay. This should be one more hit. Yeah. Now we swap. There we go. A lot of good hits. 1, 2, 3. Let's pull them over here. See if we can't get a clean floor space for other drops. Come on. Just a little bit. Yeah. Good. Hopefully a little less right clicking if possible. Battle staff. Bones. Bones. Nothing good this time. 7 left. We're hoping for something big. We're hoping for something worth around 60 mil, I believe. I think that's what the lance is going for nowadays. I know there were times where it was down really low, and times where it was really high too. So doesn't matter for this. You can't buy it anyway. Only available as a drop, so that's why we're stuck here. I wouldn't have enough money to buy it anyway, but we're stuck here. Because with no grand exchange, that means most of the time I'm not making a lot of cash. Here, we're doing good, just because there's a lot of things you can elk, but yeah, otherwise not generating a lot of money. Should be one more. Oh, maybe not. Okay. That was a swap, right? It wasn't a swap. Ay. I'm getting killed out here. I just almost got blasted there. Very lucky there was no hit. I messed that whole last phase up. I don't know what happened. Give me a shark. I gotta heal a little bit. Chaos Rune and 2 Hydra Bones. I'm gonna pick up another Super Restore and a shark. I'll try and get the weak in here and then just run it right away. I'm not praying correctly. Let's grab another shark. Just because I don't trust myself to do this fight right anymore. But we're almost done with the task, and then I'll probably take a break from this one way or the other. Lance or not, Lance a lot. I need a break from this monster. Ouch. I want to say that was a swap. It wasn't. It wasn't a swap. Yeah, definitely need to take a break from this guy. My brain is breaking from getting carpal tunnel in my brain. What? How was I so far off with my prayers? I almost never swap late. Oh, good thing I picked up the shark. 1, 2, and then we'll run it over here. And now we can just kind of beat on him while he's shooting fire. No problem, no problem. Got it right that time. Let's pull him. Make some clean floor. 5 left. Black D-hide body. Ouch. And it's range this time. Come on over. Okay. Let's use another pot. That'll probably be the last one. Another quick posture check. Ugh. Let's stay here. Yeah, I knew it. As soon as I want to change it, then that's when I'm good to go. Okay. And this should be, I should be switching when it, yeah. Good, I was right. 2, 3. There. That's how I would do it in the main game anyway. Good. A good smooth kill that time. Another black D-hide body. No such luck here. I think that's range anyway. Yeah. At least the range isn't a big hit. If I get hit by one of them, that's fine. If I get hit by both of them, it's usually a lot smaller hit than the mage. Okay. Just in time with that. And up to 28 mil in attack experience. Very nice. We are cruising. I'm definitely going to do something low attention, with a low attention requirement, because this is too much. Probably going to try and do a little bit of fishing. I could even do a little agility. We'll see. Fishing's a good one because I can do other stuff while I'm letting it run. Not so much for mining. Mining's a little too fast for that. But fishing's a good one just because cooking's already up there, so I don't need to worry too much about that. And fishing spots don't move all that often. Not a huge fan of just doing the caramboans, just because I don't like I don't like using caramboans that much as a food. I think it's usually better to just use the angler fish. They're probably slower for the XP and everything, but a little bit more useful, especially with the bonus to healing. It's that's a big one for most bossing or later game content, I would think, because it's like almost 30 healing or something, which is major. There we go, back in it again. We got 1.2 mil here, so looks like I'm probably gonna break the 10 mil cash stack, which is very nice. That means I can splurge a little on construction whenever I feel like doing that one. Yeah, right now it's mostly working on the last couple gear things and base 90s. I've got my eyes on base 90s, and then after that I may work on getting max, but it just depends on where I'm at with timing. The main goal in this is to try out the Coliseum a little bit and at least try and get into a couple Chambers of Zarek raids, but it all is just gonna kind of depend. I don't want to go into Chambers with a whip. It just feels very amateurish. So I'm hoping I can get the lance before I can head over there. Was that it? No. Ouch. Well, I'd rather take a hit from the red phase than the black phase. Red doesn't do nearly as much damage. This last phase, I know regular game, you can hit you for like almost 60, so always good to be a little bit extra careful just in case. What do we get? More herbs. I'll grab them. Why not? We'll grab the herbs. One more super restore because I think I will need it. Okay. Second to last kill here. So I'm looking for a big 50-50 on the lance. I'm sure somebody, I haven't really seen people with it, but I'm sure there's I'm sure it'll drop it. Especially if they drop the Bone Crusher necklace that you can't even use unless you have Mauritania also. Wouldn't make sense to gatekeep this item. Especially with how good it is for raids. Just hoping I get lucky on it. I think one more and a swap. Yep. We're locked in for the last couple kills. Ready to go. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Run it. Okay. We got one more. No such luck. But we got the classic Hydra Bones drop. That sounded like a range attack. It is kind of a subtle difference between the sounds for those two attacks. Note all the Hydra Bones. Yep. Okay, last one for now. This is it on the lance. That is not a prayer swap. That is. Okay, okay. Oh, just barely got it. Okay, 1 and 2, 3. Excuse me. 3, 4, 5. Anything? Oh, Dragon Medium Helm. Yikes. You hate to see it. You really do. And I'll take the leftover 2 sharks and teleport out of here. Yeah, no such luck. Yikes. What are we at? 263. It's starting into the territory of very dry. Yeah, extra. Well, not very dry. Only 60 over over drop rate. What do you got for me? Hellhounds. I'd rather cancel that one if I can. Basilisks. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. That is no problem. Basilisk very easy. In comparison, I can just kind of leave this guy if I want to do basilisks. So I'm happy with that one. I'll bank some stuff and then leave him kind of AFK at basilisks. That's a good one. We need the face guard anyway, so yeah. I'll work on attack over there. What are we at for the cash stack? We're in the green. Very, very nice. And at this point, having done prayer, I'll keep doing the Hydra Bones just because it seems like, I mean, I might as well pick them up if they're on the ground and I've got Banker's Note and everything. But I can't see a good reason to pick up something like Big Bones at Basilisks, so that I'm going to leave alone. Note, we'll take out some prayer pots. I might as well use the super combats over there too. No reason not to. Let's see. I can probably use some lower healing food. I'll take some lobsters with me. Shouldn't really need food, to be honest. It's just if there's a superior or something, I may get hit once or twice. But the rest of that, the shield will take care of. My V shield. And I will use my free Relica teleport for the day. Actually, yeah, free Relica teleport. I'm trying to remember where exactly I need to go, but I do remember. Yeah, this is everything I need. I'll go ahead and toggle this to unnote. 2 is fine. We'll do 2 prayer pots, 4 prayer pots. Super combats, more prayer pots. And with that, I'll go ahead and teleport. So that's going to do it for today's stream. Just kind of popping in here. Yeah. Well, I'll probably be on here and there. With Twitch, it's fine. It's just there's not too much going on, so figured I'd try out YouTube. I do use YouTube for a lot of stuff normally, so better to just keep stuff in one place as much as I can. But yeah, that's about it. I'll see you later.